about a tenth of Australia has actually been handed back to the traditional people. Imagine a tenth of the 48 states being handed back to the native people in this country. In the 90s, Bill won his country back. It's in the Northern Territory, okay, up here. A community called Mangan, and to get to this country, you'd fly into Darwin. Kakadoo's pretty famous out here, Arnhem Land, and you go down to Katherine, then you take the Princess Highway out here. And up here we have the man himself there, the custodian, the last male custodian left of his people. In one story, in the beginning there was absolutely nothing on the land. There were no plants, rivers, trees, rocks, insects, there were no people. Rainbow came up out of the ground, and all these spirit ancestors came up out of the ground. As Rainbow went through the country, he gave birth to the people. The people came down from the sky, out of the ground and out of the sea, and they began to carve out the land and shape the land for the individual people in Australia. And as they were carving out the land, they were singing and they were naming the country. So the languages came from the songs as they were naming, and these were called song lines, and these song lines are passed on to the children still to this day. The story is told, and then the songs are sung, and then the songs are then danced, and then the songs are also painted, and the songs are also on the rock paintings, the magnificent rock paintings that are in Bill's country. The Rainbow Snake song lines go right across the country, they say, from north to south to east to west. And this is the rich tradition that's still passed on to the kids in Aboriginal country still to this day. There was a point in the dream time. Some people decided to change into the things that we know, okay? Some of these spirit ancestors, they're all human like us, but some people decided to change into kangaroos. Some people at the same time jumped up into the sky to become the stars. Some people changed into rocks. Some people became rooted in the ground to become the trees. Some people changed into insects. And some people remained as people. And the job of the remaining people, which is us, is to look after all our relatives in the natural world because we're all connected. This is the dream time. And the dream time is now in the land now, which is now called the dreaming. And if you want to get access to the dreaming, you can maybe talk to your ancestors at night in the dreams.
That's right.
What do you reckon about that?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you want to come in here? You can come in next to me. That's great. See, they're close to dream time. That's the smart ones. Okay, you ready? And here we have another one. You see, they just keep on coming up. Give me a home amongst the gum trees with lots of plum trees, a sheep or two and a kangaroo, a clothesline out the back, a veranda out the front, and an old rocking chair. Coo-wee, coo-wee. I've been around the world a couple of times or maybe more. I've seen the sights and had delights on every foreign shore. But when my friends all ask me the place that I adore, I tell them right away. What do we tell them, kids? Give me a home amongst the gum trees. Everybody, with lots of plum trees. A sheep or two and a kangaroo, a clothesline out the back, a veranda out the front, and an old rocking chair. Coo-wee, coo-wee. There's a Safeway on the corner and there's Woolworths down the street, and a brand new place has opened up where they regulate the heat. But I'd trade it all tomorrow for a simple bush retreat where the kookaburras call. Give me a home amongst the gum trees. Everybody, with lots of plum trees. A sheep or two and a kangaroo, a clothesline out the back, a veranda out the front, and an old rocking chair. Coo-wee, coo-wee. You can sing. Is that yours? Scratch on the side, 3 hops, resting. When kangaroos rest, they're just like human beings. Rest on their elbows, listening with their antenna, always listening and sniffing for those dingoes. That was your first time, that was really good. The first time you put it all together. Didgeridoo, listen to the song of the didgeridoo. The land is red, the sky is blue. Mothers and fathers sing, daughters and sons, the legend of the dream time. Live high, born on the wings of the winds that blew. Echoing the sound of the didgeridoo. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And we slow it up, and his ghost may be heard as you pass my way. And so Swaggy Joe put the bedroll up against the coolabah tree, and then he started talking to the bedroll as if it was his wife, Matilda. Oh, Matilda, would you like a cup of tea? Glory be to Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I wonder what sort of day it's going to be today. Hullalog, Jack! Hullalog, come on over for a cuppa. And so the passing swaggies came by. They noticed that Swaggy Joe was talking to his bedroll as if it was his wife. And the word spread throughout the countryside that Swaggy Joe was missing his wife so much he was talking to his bedroll as if it was his Matilda. And hence the term waltzing Matilda came about. Once a jolly swagman, campfire billabong, under the shade of coolabah tree. And he sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. All together. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Wow, that's actually very good. Give her a round of applause.
This is a pretty good idea. The residency goes like this. So you go from one thing, we've got painting, dancing, singing, but we've done the didgeridoo orchestra, we've had a special on Aboriginal culture with the slides, the storytelling, traditional storytelling, some songs, and some didgeridoo playing. We did a clapstick rhythm orchestra with the second graders, so it's like a processional before the show where they learn a polyrhythm. And they also learn the tradition with the clapsticks, which then they decorate and they keep. A lot of the kids get to take, I try to do a quality art thing with all the kids, so they've got something to take home as well.
Now, today is the 1st of September, 2004. Now, I'm Bill Harney, really waterman man. Now, this Paul been coming back for many times, and now he's part of the waterman. Now, he's a waterman man now. Anyway, now his Aboriginal name is today, is 2004, Jalala. The Jalala. He says, Jalala, come. Jalala means, in our word, tall. Kiribushke name, didgeridoo.
Good looking.
Well, good looking, good sound. Always play didgeridoo. And that's him, Jalala, right here.
Jalala.
Jalala, yeah.
Jalala. Yeah, it's a beautiful name. That's a beautiful name.